Catullus 13 is a dinner invitation. So we're going to start here with our verb, which is then followed by an adverb. And then, of course, our invocation. So this is vocative. That's who he's talking to. All right. And then we're going to put this together. And that word apud can mean with, but also at the house of. Then we have paucis, which by itself doesn't really make a lot of sense. So keep reading. Si, tibi, di, fawent, and then diebus. So this is going to be a bit of a rhetorical device there. You should know that one. And then in this little clause here, we have gods as our subject, fawent is our verb, and fawent is special because it takes the dative for its direct object. And our next line, we have another si, so another rhetorical device there. And this word is future perfect, which we don't see very often, but nonetheless, future perfect. And then we have bonum, atque magnam, and then check out which rhetorical device we have here, where it spills onto that next line. So bonum and magnum, of course, go with canam. And then we have non sine. Remember, sine means without, so that's creating, once again, another rhetorical device. And then these are going to be long A's. So sine is a preposition that takes the ablative. So technically, this is a huge prepositional phrase right here. And once again, another rhetorical device is with our ets. Alrighty. Now here we start with our hike, and the hike is going to refer back to these things up here. So it means these things. And then tuleris, so same word as up here, still future perfect. The verb, that's your direct object. And then this E should show you that it's vocative. You should recognize that. So he's still kind of readdressing his pau fabulous here. And then we have a repetition of the exact same thing from the first line. And if you look carefully, you'll see we've got cannabis, and then canam, and then cannabis. So think about what two rhetorical devices that is. Alrighty. And then this next part, we have tui and catulli. Of course, those go together, same endings. But notice that with that I ending, there's only one Catullus. It cannot be nominative plural, so this has to be genitive. So I'm going to say of Catullus. Saculus is our subject. This is a diminutive, like a little sack, little bag. Est, and then planus, so it's Catullus's little sack. Est planus, and then notice the ARUM here, so this is genitive as well. But contra just means in return here. Here's our verb. Remember when you have the IE, that means that it's future tense. And then these two are going to go together as our direct object, nice and straightforward. And then this is like or if, so think of like that word see. And whenever you have a quid following a see, it's going to mean not just what, but it's going to mean anything. So if anything is, and then notice your endings here, IUS and the IUS. These are comparative adjectives. All right, and then for dabo, everybody forgets this word, do dare, and then that's our direct object. And then quote here is going to be a relative pronoun, which means it needs an antecedent. So think about what its antecedent might be. And then we've got mei puellae donarent veneris cupidinesque. So this is going to for sure be our verb. And this is a syncopated form. So it should be donaverunt. So syncopated perfect tense. And then you want to decide what the subject of this verb is. Is it my girls, or is it Venus's and Cupid's? How many girls does he have? That should help you decide which one is the subject. Then we have another quote, which parallels our quote from up here and has the same antecedent. Here we have to as your subject. And then olfacies, again, that IE tells you it's tense. Cum will mean when here. And then we've got you as our subject, deus as your direct object, watching your tense again. And then we have an ut clause. And notice that we do have a subjunctive. So whenever you have the IA, it's a subjunctive. Think about what type of subjunctive clause this is, where you have this verb which means ask and then an ut following it. And then this is really strange what he is suggesting here. So I'd like you to figure out what that is. Oh, vocative here.